Oh, well, there goes the merry-go-round. I spoke too soon. General ride, huh? I'll take anything. I will take the haunted house. I'll take the bumper cars. I will take anything. But any of the transport rides. If this frickin' map gives me a transport ride, I'm going to be mildly upset. Could be the observation tower, but that'd be kind of a neat thing to have. Or the maze. You know, I'll take a hedge maze. The hedge maze always feel like, you know, I don't think it's gonna do well, and then it's like out the ass, so. General ride, 25th of July, let's see, it's the 13th, so we should be getting information as to what it's gonna be. I want the bumper cars or the haunted house. The game may give me something different. I just want a section ride. I don't want something that can be customized. Bumper cars will be good, yeah. Bumper cars.
Haunted house in July. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you know, both of them are covered, so.
No, July.
It's actually 26 centigrade, so it's about like 85 outside Fahrenheit. What? Oh, damn it! It's the observation tower. It's not really a ride that I
But they can go up there and look.
Yeah, I could build it somewhere. And
they can go and look at out over the ocean, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, people are suckers for that stupid. For that ride.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You
so
could draw them over there, where there's nothing.
Yeah, that's true. So I'm thinking maybe in this corner.
That's far enough. I don't know. What's wrong with that other corner? Either across from.
Well, the ocean is facing this way.
Oh.
Because over here it's
Gotcha.
like, yeah, it follows the
put
shoreline.
it in that other corner.
Which one? This one?
No.
Oh, this one over here?
Yes.
Oh, in the middle? Okay.
No idea.
Yeah. I mean,
Sometimes it's beginner's luck.
Right, yeah. I mean, I'll do it. I mean, I got nothing else to build right now, so it more
I got
like...
nothing else to lose, so what?
Well, I could throw everybody into the ocean and lose everyone. Not that I would do
You got
that.
a ride that pitches them?
Yeah. That's the only reason I think why people liked Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 was that nobody could die. You could have the coaster go into
I'm not the first to think of that.
You could have, like, right. Some of the funniest...
And then boats in the water?
Yeah. Some of the funniest stuff I've seen on that game on YouTube, people are, like, flinging the slingshot coaster into a group of people. And everybody, like, gets up like nothing happened.
Shut up.
I'm not... Freaking... They call it people bowling.
Oh, it's so sad.
That's so wrong,
like
but
it.
it's fucking funny.
We'll get the building. Where's our observation deck?
It's not out for a couple of days. It's
Oh.
actually out right now in like 4 seconds.
How do you know that?
Because it comes out the 25th, and it's the 25th of July.
Oh, the 24th of July is
There it
Paul's
is.
birthday.
Boop! Observation tower. Alright, we're gonna build you right here in this corner. Alright, what's the height look like? 18. I put this sucker.
I didn't get it.
I
Look
know.
at that shit. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know about that shit. What about a hurricane?
I'm going to trust. This game, more or less, is kind of more centralized around. I mean, look at these style of houses. This is like European design, so.
Only all the bay windows.
Yeah. I need the, I need the entrance and exit. No, we're not building you any higher. What the hell out of the
I
way?
need a big observation there.
Yeah,
You
alright.
did that. I'm shutting up.
No, you're fine.
It's kind of fun to watch.
Yeah. Well, I record games that I think, you know, I don't see a lot of that I think people would like watching.
Unless you didn't have it, all we could do is watch.
Right? Where did I do this? Yeah. Oh no, I could
They're
only.
up on the corners.
It could only be one entrance.
Up on the corner.
Over here?
No.
On this one?
No.
No, I can't do that right here.
The other side.
Oh no, that goes into the pathway. I can't do it on the pathway.
Why not?
Because the path...
Did you make a bunch of money?
No, the footpath is in the way. That's the problem. The construct... Look, that's what I'm trying to put.
Oh.
Each thing comes with its own entrance and exit.
Or like a little path.
Yeah.
Oh. Alright. Nice. Stand educated.
If I can get this to face the other way, you know what, we'll have it. What is that? No. There we go. We do that way, because if I start building the thing from the other direction, it's just going to try and mend into the other pathway. God damn it, come on, man.
Picnic tables.
What the freaking hell? Yeah, I build those. I build those. I'm obsessed with benches. I always make sure I have over so many. Alright. Oh, is it going to rain? No, it's not. It's just really cloudy. There we go. Whee!
That makes people happy.
Yeah.
Happy people spend money.
Yes. Alright, we're getting another Channel Ride, 24th of August. What day is it now? It is the 7th of August. We're probably going to get information as to what this is going to be in a couple of seconds.
I gotta hurry, wait. I got the shit.
Right. I'm excited.
Excited? Who's excited?
Yeah. Let's see what we get. It's probably going to be the haunted house. If it gave... Oh no, you know what it's going to be? It's going to be the hedge maze. If it, you know, I want the bumper cars or the haunted house, but the game flips me off and gives me something that I don't particularly want.
That doesn't know what you want.
I don't know. I think it's randomized, but I don't know. It's going to be the maze.
Well, it's something else inside, right?
Maybe, yeah. I doubt... The space rings, I don't think, would be here yet. The space rings are normally one of the last general rides to come in.
Right. You have to have that thing in the middle of the screen. Tell me what everything else is.
Oh, attraction or
Yeah.
just in this?
No.
On this?
No, what's what you already have built. What's
Oh,
that thing down there swinging around?
Oh, this thing? That's the screen.
Yes.
That's the screen.
Okay.
And then that's the merry-go-round, of course. The spiral slide, which is like one of those rubber mat slides. Ferris wheel, and then the tower. And then that's the rotating cabin. Each cabin, I think, sits 15 people.
How do you know if it's working or it's people around?
Because if you highlight over it with your hand, it'll say departing station, say traveling at certain speed. If you hit overall view in the status, it'll say how many people are on it. 20 people on ride. If you go over here to the gears, it gives you what kind of mode it's in. Most of these rides have one mode. But for the coasters, they'll have a continuous circuit. They could have powered launch. They could have reverse incline. You can decide what load you want it to wait for. You could have it wait for full, quarter, half, 3, any. Or yeah. The minimum waiting time default is 5 seconds. This is more or less made for coasters and trains. You could have the train sit at the station for up to about, I think, a minute, and the max time I believe is 2 minutes. So, if you're trying to sync your trains to be more split up from each other, if you've got more than one station, you could set each station to be a different timing sequence. And then down here is the reliability. The ride's pretty fresh, so it's 100%. The downtime is 0%. Downtime only means for, like, you know, how busy it is. You can change the inspection times. Normally, the default's 30 minutes. As the ride loses reliability, you want to increase its frequency of its inspection. So if it gets below 50%, like every 20 or 10 minutes, it will slowly, gradually raise it back up. If you head over here to the pane, you can choose the color. So for instance, the pole's red. I can change it from red while it's open to green. I can change it to light blue. I could also change the color of the cabin right now. So it's yellow. I can change that to red.
That's going up again.
Yeah, there it goes. The stopwatch indicates the tests, and then it gives 3 ratings. The excitement rating, the intensity rating, and the nausea rating. General rides like this, the nausea and intensity are pretty low.
Right. I would think low. People dig that shit. They go up there and propose.
Yeah. The highest nauseating ride for the general rides is the space rings, but that's because you're like flipping around in like a little ring, so you can get sick pretty easily. I think it's like a 6 point something.
Right. Well, I think nauseating rides would be a small percentage.
Like for the
Yet a percentage of the rides you want.
yeah.
Like I said, depending on your clientele.
Yeah, like this
You got
guy.
a bunch of little kids and parents and shit. I want that little shit.
Well, all that actually has its own system. So this guy guessed at 255. His nausea tolerance is none, which means it's really low. But if I were to click on this random Joe, his nausea tolerance is high, meaning that he's probably more susceptible to be fine on a roller coaster versus the not guy.
Okay.
They also have intensity ratings. The scrambled eggs has a 2.7, which is medium. Anything above 2 is considered medium. Anything above, I think, 4 or 5 is considered high for nausea. And then over here on the money, you got admission price. You get an income ratio. You get profit, and then you get like total profit per hour. I'm one of those park entrance fee free ride people. I know some people are free entry to the park, pay on the ride. I don't do that. I'm kind of old school with how I do it. I don't care if the ride doesn't make money. I make all that up for entry tickets and food and beverage. And then over here is the guests. You get a customer ratio depending on how many it intakes. So right now it's estimating and guessing that it's like about 240 or 540 guests per hour. Its popularity is 24%. It's not very popular, but the satisfaction is 70, meaning people who are like thinking about it, they go up in it and they actually like it when they go off.
Word of mouth. Oh my god, they're flooding the place.
Yeah. The entrance fee thing got tagged on, so we gotta up the entrance to $5.
They're digging an observation deal.
Yeah. I'm thinking because this park is so tiny, I'm thinking people that come to this park, their excitement rating is lowered, so they tend
Right, well their money intake is smaller too, so if I'm going there with my family...
Right, I'd be wanting to go on the more gentler stuff.
Right, if we can go all the way on one ride...
Right.
We're gonna go on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Jenga.
Yeah. Quesadilla. So yeah, there's a bunch of like things. There's a bunch of things that you really have to think about in this game when running a park.
No kidding. This is like
because
not, pressing A and killing people.
Right. Yeah. No. So if you go down here, if you actually click on the, you can click on the park entrance, and what it gives you is, it gives you a park rating, which, because of how upkeep I am with my park rating's normally always above 750 or 700. Most default objectives.
That's good.
Yes, it is. The higher it is, the better the park is. The more likely people are going to come to your park and like say that, oh, you should charge more because your park rating is so high.
And they're not going to die.
No, yeah, I don't expect anybody to die on this park. I'm not going to have any coasters.
Oh, that happens.
Yes, it does. In fact, there's been several times during this playthrough that's happened to me.
Oh my god.
It sucks because I lived with the motto of when you make a roller coaster,
play hard, die hard.
Yeah, no.
Sorry.
When you make a roller coaster, I've always lived under the philosophy of to break apart the back end of the coaster when it comes into the station, to kind of tear that up a little bit and replace some of the regular streets with brakes. But I have found out, unfortunately, that when the station brakes go out, so do the rest of the track brakes, and I don't know why that doesn't make any sense, because regular brakes are single rear, they don't require the station.
Let's go up again. Sorry.
They don't require, like, connection to the station, but there's been times where I've witnessed it, and it sucks because there's a glitch you can do that if a roller coaster has station brakes failure, and you know for a fact it's going to crash, there's a glitch to where you can stop the ride while it's broken down and like make it to where you could take away the trains. I forget how to do it though. So there's been a couple of times on recording where I've seen station breaks, a failure happen, and I just sit there and watch the train, and it flings right into the station, and it frickin' blows up, and I can't do anything about it.
Oh, crap.
Yeah. The good thing, though, about that is, if the train is empty, the train that crashes is the one that blows up. The train it runs into is fine. So I've always preferred that if the train crashes, had like 2 people on it, I'd rather take that than have a full train with 14 or 15 people.
No, look at you looking at numbers. Take that shit.
Also, there is a cooldown. There is a physical cooldown. When a coaster crashes and people have died on it, it takes it about 6 months for people to forget about the accident.
Oh my god.
When you reopen the ride after fixing it, some people will go on it, but some people won't go on it because they claim that it won't be safe. So it does have a cooldown if a crash has occurred.
People need to think, it might be twice as safe now.
You're right.
Look at that, you get all kinds of people.
Yes, I do. And we're getting the swinging ship, which is the next ride here on 22nd of September, which is 3 days away.
Somewhere else where people don't have to go.
I was gonna put it over here because it's a 1x5 and that fits perfectly right here. This is 5.
Well, I don't know. Back out. Let me see. Well, you need to get more shit somewhere else. Maybe on the clog, some area. Maybe on the upper corner there.
Over here?
No.
Over here?
No.
Down here?
No.
Wait, where?
Right there. No. Kitty corner. Up.
This one?
Across from the kitty slide.
Oh, right here?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is it a big ride or a small
No,
ride?
it's a small ride. The swinging ship is small. It's not like the bumper cars, which is...
Or something high on the ocean side.
Right, yeah.
Well, I'm just thinking about getting something over there in that quad to force people to go over there too.
Well, that's why I'm making the bumper cars right
Oh. I didn't know about the bumper cars.
now. Well, I got the bumper cars, I think, a couple months ago. I was rather explaining to you what I was doing.
Oh. Never
Very fun. Bumper cars, I always up the time limit. It's at 1 minute for a default. I don't like that. I feel like it ends too quick. So I give it, I put like another 30 seconds on it. Let's do that. We're pretty much going to do the same path design because there's nothing else really to do. Bumper cars are a little bit more popular than everything else, so they will get the luxury of having a double style queue path. Son of a bitch.
Oh, it's going up again.
Oh, come on, mate. Alright, there we go. Boom. Alright, and the bumper cars actually get its own music. They get, like, dodge them, technically. Take them. Bumper cars are here.
So now the Buccaneer ride can go somewhere.
Well, I'm going to put the Buccaneer right here.
Sure.
Yes. Because the Buccaneer is really popular, so I can't just throw
Well,
it...
it's over there with everything else that's popular, so why wouldn't you put it somewhere where it's not so popular so we can get people to go over there?
I tend to put the Buccaneer in places that would seem kind of cool to look at as it's going up. You see how these people are in the line for the slide? If the ship's coming at them and then going up, they might think, oh, that looks pretty cool.
Well, then why don't you put it somewhere where they gotta walk through some other areas like kiosks or stores?
Yeah, that, well,
If you clutter an area with all kinds of shit and they don't have to walk.
well, that's why I'm cluttering this.
No, I don't know, but cluttering. Look around.
Well, I know that, but I also have to keep in mind that I'm getting more section to style rides. So I don't want to take up too much space and then not have any more room. Because it's not just the ride I have to worry about, it's also the queue path and like the exit path.
Alright, yeah. Sold.
I will put the entrance of this next to the Ferris wheel there so that it can do a little bit better. I'm going to put this over here on the other side so that when people get off it, they're immediately on this side of the park. I can't believe I just did that. Like, what the hell? There we go. That's good. And then we will do this instead. Oh, no. That's not what I wanted. Get off the path. I'm going to put you in the water, boy. Get off the path. No, that's not what I frickin' wanted either. Damn. Okay, we're...
Turned that the hard way, did you?
These guests, some of these guests piss me the hell off. Oh my god, I can't even get started on the handyman. You plop down, you get the luxury of watching me plan a water map, but on a regular map, as soon as you put a handyman in, you think they're going to sweep one area? No, what the fuck do? They go out into the lawn and start mowing the grass. So every time I put in a handyman, that's like the first thing they do. And then they, all of a sudden, I'll like scroll back over to where they're supposed to be, and they're like on one side of the park near nobody because they've like made this trail of mowing the grass into the forest. So I've had to like take away their mowing grass responsibilities and leave the other 3. God, it's so freaking annoying. It's right behind there. I'll get it done right now.
Oh, sorry.
Very fine. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to skip that, so I do that instead, and then boom, there you go, and then bada bing, bada boom.
Hey, it's going up again.
Swinging ship. The other thing
That means money every time it goes up, right?
No, it does not. This is all my rides are free.
It's awful money.
Yeah, that's what I said. I do shop beverage sales. You can charge people to use the restroom.
Alright, so you guys at the fair got your money's worth.
Yes, because the rides there, they're like it. You have to pay to get on the ride, but it's paid through a different fare. Yes.
Show your wristband, they scan it or whatever.
Yeah, and then we hop right on, and it wasn't busy enough to where we were waiting for anything.
Right now, I would think you'd be like running from ride to ride.
Yeah, well, after the 5th or 6th ride, Mallory and I had to stop, and then that's when we went to look at the hot tubs because she wasn't feeling too well, and the fact I hadn't eaten, I wasn't feeling too well either. So I ended up getting us a large Sprite with a souvenir cup that we shared. We walked to the hot tubs, and then we walked from the hot tubs to the train thing. We did the little travel train tour thing. We walked around the thing. Spent like 10 minutes there, and then we went to the petting zoo. We walked all the way back over and around, and then and then that's when we were going to get food, and then that's when we had to meet up with you guys, and that's why we took the chairlift up and over, because that's when the parade was starting.
Right.
And I was telling her, I was just like, no, let's just take the chairlift over this. Like, I don't want to wait on this.
Smart.
She wanted a cookie skillet, which actually wasn't bad priced. Oh, whoops, freaking mouse scrolled over. Which wasn't too bad. It was like $11 for like a 7-inch round metal thing for a cookie ice cream thing. But the only one that we saw was over by the carousel, which was over on the other end of the park. So by the time we went back to the entrance, she felt bad, but I was just like, no, let's get a phone cake. And that's when we saw the telephone cake.
Oh,
It was really good. So the next thing we need to build, oh my god, we're getting the motion simulator. Are you kidding me? That's going to be a hot tip ride. I'm going to put that sucker in this corner. Because the queue line for this thing is going to need to be big. Motion simulator is one of the most popular things you could have in the game.
Oh, yeah.
That and the 3D cinema. 3D cinema, as soon as it's built, boom, right up the ass. You think the freaking norms opened up or something.
Makes sense. Put over there by...
Put it out there on the edge of the ocean so that when the simulator shakes and goes down, you think you're going into the bloop.
Right, and it's the furthest away from the park and the most popular.
Yeah. So it's going to sit right here. The entrance is going to be right... actually, I'm going to have the entrance be right here. I'm going to have the entrance be on this side, because I have nothing on that side.
Well, that would make the only thing on that side, so...
I changed the film from Avenging Aviators to Thrill Riders. Can't open it just yet because I got stuff to do. This is going to get a little annoying here in a second, but because I have to kind of build this backwards. Yes. Okay, I'm going to have to delete part of the pathway real quick. Get off the path, all of you. I'll put you in the train. Okay, so that gets fixed. I gotta reconnect that real quick. Alright, then we can go back to doing this. Pathway for this is gonna need to be huge, so that gets the luxury of doing that. Alright, there we go. Pathway. It's a little short, everything else, but that's fine. Alright. And it looks like it's not gonna rain. Alright, so we're about to jump from October of year 1 into March of year 2.
Holy crap. I know jump by 2 quarters.
Yeah, because the common theme is theme parks aren't open during the winter. You know, it's February. So it plays
Well,
out.
that's if you live somewhere else and not in Southern California where we don't have weather.
Right.
Alright, cut out for a minute.
Okay. I'll get to you guys in a second. I can't believe we got the motion simulator like so soon. Like what? Oh, oops.